Good morning, traders. I hope you guys did well today. Today's video is all about risk management. Now, today, I most likely should have just sat on my hands. That's what I was saying pre-market. I don't really like the action out there today. DARE popped up. This one was looking pretty good pre-market, had some good activity on it. I predefined my risk on it. I took a trade, didn't work out, and move on to the next one. Something I got to work on is being trigger happy. We were off Wednesday, and then today, I was excited to trade, and the market just opened up a lot lower, a lot more short sellers out there, a lot of red candles, but that didn't negate the fact that I wanted to trade. Made a trade, it's a loser, I managed the risk well, I cut my loss where I said I was going to, so I'm happy with it. That's something not only I, but we all got to work on, is predefining our risk before we ever get into a trade. Amateurs, when they get into a trade, they focus on how much can I make off of this trade. That's the exact opposite of what you want to do. You don't want to focus on the profits, you want to focus on your risk management. Say, how much am I willing to lose on this trade versus how much am I willing to make? Alright traders, the market is about to open. DARE, this one is our leading gapper right now. It came out of nowhere at 915. Now this one does have 150 tough chart resistance on the daily. Also that's good $half resistance as well. I wanted to see a pullback. Try to get this back down near like 120, 115, maybe as low as possible here. This one is most likely going to try to hit that 150 area at some point today. Be best if it fades off right now and then tries to retest it a little bit later on. Now I can start with a starter position around these areas. Let me try to pick this up around 125. My max risk on this is going to be $50, and now because I'm getting in with a starter position, 200 shares, that allows me to really scale into this. Now you can see my order entry on the ladder was literally bottom ticking this at 125, and I know it hit it several times, but it just didn't take me out. Alright, I just got taken out on TD Ameritrade. That's probably right before the big drop. We are sitting a little heavy at this 125 area, so I do imagine this pulling back a little bit right here. I'm in with a starter entry, which is perfectly fine. My max risk on this is $50. I'm going to be sizing it a little bit more if we pull back, hopefully down to these lower shadows in pre-market, maybe 120, maybe a little bit lower. I don't think this one is over on the day. We just broke the 200 day and we have not been above that in over a year. I definitely think there's still potential on this. I'm going to add the 300 shares right around these levels. Now I told you guys max risk is $50. I now have 500 shares, average price of 122. The market is doing pretty awful today, but the reason I'm in on this is because it broke the 200 day. So there's going to be some sort of momentum coming into it. We haven't been above the 200 day in over a year. We tested it here and completely retraced it. But we broke through it pretty good, and we have really tough 150 resistance. And oftentimes when we break a level of resistance, the next level becomes kind of magnetized. So it becomes a magnet and it will kind of pull that way. Although we're seeing a sell-off right now, there's a high likelihood that this one can move back on up and retest that 150 resistance. Alright, so DARE, I did get into this one a little prematurely. This one is starting to work a little bit now. It's trying to break up through the VWAP, through the 9 EMA. We'll see how it does here. We need a lot of good momentum to push this one on up through here. Now I'm not going to add right here just because of how market conditions are, but some might say too. But I want to keep my risk the same. I want to keep my risk around the 110 area. See if this one does drop. It might form a higher low or something. This one should be forming a higher low around these areas. DARE, it looks like it's getting a little heavy though. Starting to sell off quite a bit. We need to start seeing that bounce. I'm going to probably cut this. Alright, and I'm out of it, guys. Had to cut DARE. This one I was looking for a higher low to form. That didn't form. It sold off pretty heavy around the VWAP area. I was thinking, kind of my gut was telling me this is not looking like it's going to work. You should sell. But at the same time, it's just, that's not good risk management. It's not good risk reward. If I'm down $50 and then I lock in $5 or $10, that's not what I should be doing. See if we can get a little wash on UXIN. Okay, I got filled on UXIN at 401. It's dropped from 490 to $4. So I'm going to see if we can get a little push on up on this one. Also right at the whole dollar of 4. We just went under 4, so we've taken out a lot of stop orders that were there. Now we might get that push back on up a little bit. I'm going to lock in the profit real quick right there. Just 300 shares, $33. UXIN, this one has a lot of the attention this morning. I missed this initial spike, but what I didn't miss was the little bounce off the VWAP. I'm not looking for a lot just because DARE, that one came up to resistance and just failed miserably. But what I am doing is just selling into resistance, buying off of support, selling into resistance. I'm not looking for that break because we're not seeing a whole lot of that today. This was not a lot to make by any means, but the risk reward was telling me resistance is right here. It'd be smart to sell. But that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. See you tomorrow.